Hello, this tutorial will teach you how to use the college's new e-withdrawal process. You simply begin by typing in the LawsonState.edu in your browser. As you've gotten there, click Admissions. Once you've reached the admissions page on the college's website, scroll down to e-withdrawal and click. Right, as you open this e-withdrawal process, you'll know that there are some instructions there. We think it's important that you would understand clearly what withdrawal means, and we list the instructions as to how to use e-withdrawal there. Carefully read those steps. It's simply asking on the form that you use your Lawson State issued student email address to respond. And be sure to carefully list the courses from which you wish to withdraw. And I won't read through all of it because it is pretty self-explanatory. But we've also put in links in the set of instructions for you to check Blackboard and Student Suite to really see where you stand in the course before you choose to withdraw from it. In many cases, students may successfully complete the course, but you'd only know that if you review your grades and also look at your degree plan to see how far this may set you back. So we do want you to do that, and also be sure to consult your advisor to see what can possibly happen if a withdrawal is affected. But do note that for each semester, the dates will be updated to show the last day to withdraw from classes for regular or full term, mini term 1 or mini term 2 courses. Also, be sure to look in the schedule of classes booklet, because there's information listed in each schedule of classes booklet, such as the term calendar, which also shows you an important date, that is the last day to withdraw without academic penalty. And that's usually about 2 weeks before the close of a term. So we want you to pay attention to that because that would determine whether you would receive a grade of WP or WF. Do note that a WF does calculate in your GPA as does any other F. Also, we've included information that is vital to those who are receiving federal financial aid in the form of Pell Grant or other forms of aid as listed here. That is important that you understand the return of Title IV repayment. That is, that if you withdraw from courses before attending at least 60% of the term, you would likely owe a portion of the aid that was granted back to the federal grant program in question. So we do want you to read this information and also consult with those persons in financial aid. It's a pretty simple formula, and we've put this here for you. After you have read through this information, also for those who are withdrawing fully from school after the drop add period has ended, you may be eligible to receive a partial or complete refund. So be sure to look at those dates. These dates again are also updated in each semester's schedule of classes booklet, and it is available to you. So we do encourage you to keep those booklets or print that page from the online version of the semester schedule. After you've done that, when you get to the bottom, feel free to click here, and it will then open the e-withdrawal process. Now I'm going to type using a student that we've created. Is any typical student. So this student's name is NET student, and from there we see today's date. It's pretty early in the morning, but I felt I could take care of this now. This student's email address is going to be a student 1949 at students.lawsonstate.edu. Student number, just for the sake of argument, we'll make it 1234567. And the student's day phone number is 205-925-2515, which of course is the college's main switchboard number. And we're asking this person also to list for us an evening number, 252515. Okay, this student is not withdrawing for the entire semester, so he's going to leave that no, but if so, the student would be able to say yes. And of course, if yes, we do want you to read clearly over the return of Title IV aid presentation in the earlier set of directions. Now we're going to ask the student to list each course from which he or she wishes to withdraw. Let's just say the student found English composition rather challenging. We would like for you to list the course as listed on your schedule, and so before you attempt to withdraw, we would encourage you to possibly print a copy of your schedule or bring it up on a separate page in Student Suite, so that you may be able to actually the easiest way is to copy and paste it, and that does cut down from errors. But we want you to answer the question for us, because some students we found may or may not have attended class, and if you've not attended class before, we want you to tell us that. But in this case, we're asking, have you attended the class before, or if it's an online class, have you logged in before? Click yes and then proceed on. The student's only going to withdraw from one course, so that's fine. And of course, we've listed enough spaces. Just perhaps if you've taken 8 courses, you would list each course in the box. And again, the easiest way to do that is to just copy and paste. Now, it's important for you to note that we're asking you to list English 101 or ENG 101 and the title of the course, because we're finding in some cases students may have multiple courses with the same prefix and not really understand which course is which. So if you list them both, we find that it's more clear that you understand which courses, or course rather, you're actually wishing to withdraw from. So help us out with that by listing this information clearly. After you've done that, we want you to have read this information. And so if you've not and you want to have time, you can click and it'll take you all the way back to the instructions if you like for either one of those processes: the process or policy for withdrawal in general, the return of Title IV aid, and the refund policy. Please note, for refund, a student is only eligible for a refund if you're completely withdrawing from college. Withdrawing from 1 or 2 courses does not entitle you to a refund, and of course the refunds are also contingent upon the actual dates. Those after a certain date, there is no refund. So we want you to pay attention to those dates. Make sure you read this information. Okay? Now, if you've read it, we ask that you would affirm for us by clicking yes that you have read and you understand those processes that are listed. Then you type your full name, or as far as you use for the college. This student doesn't use a middle name, so NET student is fine for us. And you also have an opportunity to list any comments you wish to leave. That is, comments or special instructions, perhaps for a person who wishes to withdraw completely and wanted to have a refund mailed. You may say, please mail refund to my home address, and this student can list that address if he chooses. Wilson Road, Southwest, Birmingham, Alabama 35221. And scroll down. It's pretty much as simple as that. And do note that we've made a note here that after submission, you'll receive an email from the registrar's office within 1 business day confirming your withdrawal. And we do ask, if you like, you may feel free to email to just withdraw@lawsonstate.edu if you do not receive confirmation after 1 business day has passed. So we're committed to working with you, so help us with that. So after you've done that, you must view the graphic to ensure that this is not spam. We will not receive your email if you don't put in this information as it appears and submit the form. And the form will go, and you have a message there, and it's pretty much complete. So that's simply how you could do so. Now, as you close out, you also have an opportunity to click here to go to Student Suite if you'd like to log in and see exactly where you stand. So you may log in at Student Suite to see other information, and we do encourage you to go back to Student Suite after you receive the email from the registrar's office to confirm the withdrawal. Now, one thing that we did not cover in this process is that if you're withdrawing after the period, the last day to withdraw without academic penalty, your instructor will be contacted after the registrar's office has received your email, and that instructor will be asked to provide us whether you are passing or failing. That is, if your grade is below a grade of 60, you will receive a WF. And so we want you to be mindful of that, and if it's possible for you to pull the grade up, be sure to talk to the instructor before submitting your withdrawal. Thank you for your attention, and we hope this helps. Feel free to contact the registrar's office on the Bessemer campus. Lori Chisholm is our registrar, or on the Birmingham campus in the Office of Admissions and Records. And we'll be glad to work with you and help you through this process. We do have computers available in either office as well as in library labs. So feel free to take advantage of this process, which stops and cuts down on the amount of foot traffic that you will encounter. Thank you. Have a great day.